joined now by Syracuse head coach Gary Gait, Kohn, Joey Spallina. A quick opening statement from coach, and then we'll open up for questions.
Sure. Midweek game, short week. I thought, we played pretty well and got the job done. A little bit of a slow start at the beginning and quickly turned it around. Thought the offense had a good run in the first half and really played well. And then I thought the defense played great second and third quarters. A bit of a slow start and, gave up a few at the end. But overall, it was a great game and a good team effort. And, that's a solid Utah team that's had 3 tough games in a row now. And they're going to do well in their conference and probably be in the NCAA by the end of the year. So it was a good win for the Orange.
Gary, how did it come about that Utah got on the schedule and just they're a new team? What was it like kind of playing them for the first time?
Well, we were going to play Boston University, but then we had some conflicts with basketball and we had to play on a Wednesday. I think originally we were scheduled for Friday, and the date was, the Dome wasn't available on Friday, so we moved to, they gave me Wednesday. And, he stepped up and said, I'll come out and I'll play you guys. And, we're doing a home and home. So we're going to go out there next year. And I thought it'd be a good trip for us next year to get out there and play. So I was happy to fill the slot and get a game in. And, now we got a week to prepare for the next one.
Coach, how in those second and third quarters, just what was working for you guys defensively and shutting them out across those 2 quarters?
Well, I think we really defensively, played well and kept them to the outside. We didn't let the ball get inside. We picked up rebounds. We out-ground balled them. And Will, was getting outside shots and he was making the saves. So I think by limiting the quality of shot, it really helped, and just playing good team defense. We clicked there for two quarters.
Mason, you started 9 of 9. I think you had about the same stretch against Manhattan, but these guys were throwing 34 guys at you. What were you doing differently against each of them, and why do you think you're so successful in the first half?
In terms of what was I doing differently? It was just, different strategy when there's a long stick versus a short stick out there. With the long stick, you can be a little more deliberate. With the short stick, you kind of try to get out quicker. In terms of why it was successful, I think our wings did a great job boxing out, making space, and helping us just make it a one-on-one in the middle and taking their wings out of the equation. And then we were able to pick up the ball pretty easily. So I think our wings were really helpful in terms of making us successful.
Well, backing off the question that was asked to Coach Gait, what went through your mindset and the defense's mindset during that stretch where you guys held Utah scoreless?
I think we just have all the tools to be extremely successful. Sometimes it takes a little slap in the face to kind of get going. What we need to do defensively is come out a little bit harder, stronger, and sticking to the game plan a little bit earlier instead of waiting for something to happen and then going to our game plan. But the guys are prepared. Coach O prepares us extremely well. But we just need to start the game a little harder and finish it a little better.
Mason, you're only 1 point away from your points total last year at Tufts. What's changed this year, and why have you been so successful scoring, assisting, and just being impactful on offense?
Well, I think there's some great finishers on offense who I've been able to feed the ball to, and they've been putting the ball away pretty consistently. So in terms of assists, that's 100% wise. There's just great players around me who are putting the ball in the back of the net. In terms of goals, I think same kind of answer. Those guys draw a lot of attention, so there's opportunity to go to the net. And after spending a year focusing only on lacrosse, I think I've been able to improve my stick skills and lacrosse IQ a little bit. So just recognizing situations and being comfortable with taking it to the net is definitely something that's new for me. But ultimately, I think it just comes down to the guys around who are just so talented and create those opportunities.
Joey, they showed you on the Jumbotron after Jake's goal smiling. What did it feel like to see him find the back of the net?
Yeah, I think as an older brother, you want to see your younger brother, seed, and I think he's been playing great, and so for him to get a goal, I was definitely the happiest guy. I think my dad was probably crying, but it was like a full, kind of thing. So it was, I'm just happy for Jake and happy that we won. So.
Coach Gait, just having Mason in there, and how do you think he kind of sparked that run which you were talking about in the first half? And just overall this season, getting you guys the ball.
Well, when you go 9 straight face-off wins, that's pretty good. So, we keep giving us possessions, just allows us to, he covered some of our turnovers, which was nice, because we, that first half we had a bunch of turnovers on the offensive end of the field, and when you get the ball back on every face-off, it helps make up for those turnovers. So nice to have them. It's been a treat so far this year, and I look forward to watching them continue as we increase the competition.
This one's for Joey. How do you try and avoid kind of these sort of offensive lulls and kind of the sloppy turnovers? I know there were stretches at times where it was a little bit sloppy. How do you avoid that as an offense going forward?
Yeah, I think it just starts with everybody being on the same page, and everybody having an idea of what we're trying to do on offense. And, I think just sticking in the game plan, and taking what's there and, not trying to make something that's not there. So, I think that's just a big thing. But, I think there's times where, we kind of eat the rat poison, if that makes, where like it might appear there, but, it's really not there. So, I think if we just take our time and, kind of just chill out. I had 4 of them today, so, I got to be better in that spot. But, I think it's just all about just taking our time, so.
Joey hit the 100-point career mark today. For Coach Gait, just how have you seen him grow in the past year and kind of just allow for that success? And then, Joey, what do you feel like has allowed for that to happen?
Yeah, that's awesome. He's producing, and when you have a target on your back, it makes it much tougher. And I think Joey stepped up, and he's getting opportunities, and he continues to create them for other people as well. So as long as he keeps dialed in, he'll keep making big plays, and I look forward to the rest of the year when he continues as the competition gets tougher and we get into the more top 10 opponents, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, so I think the best part of my game is getting other guys involved in the game, and I have great guys around me that can score. So I think just being able to work with them and them being able to work with me has kind of been pretty evident out there. But it's cool. But we haven't been to the NCAAs yet. We haven't won a playoff game yet, so that's really all I care about. So.
Well, when Utah gets first blood, keeps it close in the first quarter, how do you and the rest of the defense reset your mind and get back in the game?
That's just something that we train for mentally. I think this. I said this during the game. Lacrosse is a huge game of peaks and valleys, and the best thing we can do is obviously handle the peaks, but also handle the valleys the same. I know we have such a talented team, such a talented defense. So in a situation like that, it's a deep breath, and we're right back to it. So it's no big deal for us. We know we got the scores to win the game. We have the defense to win games, and we're just getting it out of our mind as fast as possible.
Coach, Wyatt Hottle took Jake Stevens' spot today, not just on the offensive mini line, but also sometimes on the wings. He got stuck on defense a couple times. What do you think about his performance on defense, especially, and on the wing?
I thought he played extremely well. He for a freshman to come in and get that much playing time and really play well and not make mistakes. I think he comes from a great lacrosse program, and he certainly got a very good lacrosse IQ. So he was confident in what he was doing, and it showed on the field. You know, he knew when to sub off on defense. He knew when to stay. He was, played great D when he had to, and I think his confidence can continue to rise, and we're going to see some good things out of him.
Do you see him potentially playing a little more two-way and having Stevens go back or English go back on defense a lot more rotating in?
You know, we'll see. You know, again, as the competition increases and, you know, the teams improve, you know, we got to make the good decisions on who's out there, and a little different opportunity when you're playing a top 5 team as opposed to a solid team in Utah, but definitely different.
Last question.
Coach, it looked like Finn scored off an in-ball trick in the first half. Was that deliberate, or was that just like spur of the moment?
It's spur of the moment. I'm pretty sure. I think they tried it 2 or 3 times maybe out there today. And, you know, they were successful. It was awesome. So I think he fooled, I know, Christian Muley, who was, I think that was probably part of the reason why it worked. It went through his legs and into the net, and I don't think he knew the ball went in until after. So it was well done, and, you know, kind of just spur of the moment.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.